Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu. Good morning, children. So let's start our class. So in the previous class we have learned about how Rahul has did and all thing, right? You know, zara bhi nahi dare, kuch nahi, kya nahi. He never frightened. He's just rule like a king. Okay? जरा भी डर नहीं लगा जो kidnappers उनको kidnap करे, कुछ भी फर्क नहीं पड़ा राहुल को, right? So before this, let's see the animation of this lesson also.
Kidnapped. Rahul was a 10-year-old boy who loved reading thrillers. His father's voice came booming from the ground floor of the house, whether the light is on in his room. Rahul quickly switched off the light. He continued to read with a torchlight under his bedsheet. The window opened slowly from the outside and a pair of thin, long legs stepped into the room. Within a minute, there was another pair of legs. This one was short and fat. Rahul switched off the torchlight and held his breath. He had a feeling that something was about to happen to him. He waited. They were moving slowly towards him with a sack in hand. Rahul whispered that he will just go along with them quietly as he was interested in adventure. He will make it easy for them. When Rahul came to know that his kidnappers had no plan, he suggested them a cottage by the lake about 100 kilometers from the house where they could take him. It took them 2 hours to reach the cottage. They suspected that something was wrong. Kids don't volunteer to get kidnapped. They did not feel in charge. They were out. Rahul asked Hardy to find some wood and make a campfire, and to Laurel, he asked him to pitch a tent. One of the kidnappers asked Rahul to stop calling them Laurel and Hardy. Rahul replied if they don't listen to him, he will just walk back home and tell his father that they kidnapped him. The two men decided to cooperate. The kidnappers found the kid annoying. They wondered as to why haven't his parents complained to the police yet. For Rahul, the day was just better than any other day. He was quite delighted that he was to miss school. The thin one went into town to check whether there was any news item about the missing rich boy. No news, neither in the newspaper nor on TV. They called up Mr. Bajaj. Hardy told him that they had their son and to arrange for 1 crore rupees immediately if he wanted him back. Mr. Bajaj asked him whether Rahul was enjoying the kidnapping because he always hoped something like that would happen to him. Mr. Bajaj knew his son would look after himself, but he hurriedly picked up the receiver again to call the police. The kidnappers tied him up in a sack and dropped off the bundle at the doorstep of his residence.
So by this we have completed our lesson. I think you have understand the lesson carefully, right children? So take care and Allah Hafiz.